Okay, good morning. Concerning DXY, the update, I've been working on this chart a little bit over the weekend. So, and the reason was that we broke through the 2360 fib here, and we didn't came back above it, which I would like to have seen that. But if we go in a smaller time frame expansion, then we have a different view. So that's what I wanted to share. So here we consider this as an ABC. And if we look at this monthly ABC, the black one, we take off this one, we see this is an ABC, so this would be an A, and then we have a correction that would be ABC. The normal target of the ABC is the one-to-one extension here at 93.76, which is where we stopped exactly at the end of August. So that can be one option, and that could be the end of this very small ABC correction after this big leg down. So then we have a correction, and then we go for the second leg. In this case, we would have the projection of this one in this area, and we will look at that later. The reason why I'm still looking for something higher on this correction, on this inside correction, is that usually or normally we should at least see the 38.2 fib of this move, and the 38.2, I will put this in another color to see it better. Let's put it in blue here. So you see the 38.2 of this fib is right here, which is the famous 94.45 we are looking after for a long time now. And here is the 238 together with the, let me change that. I will put my basic fibs here. So this is what we have. This is the fib. Let me extend it a little bit on the right. So that's what we have. Now, sorry. So as I said, we close a little bit under the 2360 and even under the 2140. So let's go back to that. I am still looking for something that should go at least to the 38.2, which is what we normally see on, even if we have a strong momentum, we should come back to this one and then see lower. If we put regular candles, as we already did, we see we already close on a weekly based in many occasions above this 236 fib, 2360 fib. So normally we should go for something higher. And if we look at the something higher, which is the 38.2 fib we have here, that is in confluence with this big monthly, even quarterly support resistance, in this case resistance we have there, and we would have in that case the 272 extension of this ABC, saying us that we didn't finish with the one-to-one and we could go to the 1272. So in this case, all this area would be and is still target. What will happen in the next days will probably tell us a lot about that, but for now that's still, let me put it now, okay, for now that's still, and it didn't change the area I'm looking for. The other thing is, if we look on a daily basis here inside, if we look at that on a daily basis, on a big swing, let's say, we had this higher high, and from now we still have a higher lows from this swing, suggesting we should see a continuation, and in this case, we would land in this area between 93, 96, which is another ABC I will show you, which is the daily. You see, this one is the monthly. So let's take off this fib we just added now, and we stay with these ABCs. Concerning this one, And concerning this chart, what I did is then I added the blue ABC, which is the one we are following now. I will take off this dark one and keep only the blue one. This one is the one we are looking at. This is the one that gave us perfectly this 93.04. I moved it a little bit, but 93.04 level, where we stopped in right to the pip here, right to the pip there. You see the bodies of the candles are stopping there. So this is a really valid level. The other one, which is very important and interesting, is this 2360 level. So let me put it in percentage. That will be nicer for everybody. Okay, so we have here the 2360 fib of this move of this ABC, and the one-to-one extension of this ABC is 93.96, and the 1 to 72 extension, you see how we have this confluence. We have already the black one, just to remember what is the other confluence. You see the black one here of the monthly fib up. So we have this one plus this big quarterly support and resistances we have in this area. So all that is creating this nice area. And we have the 38.2 fib at 94.45 here. So it's a lot of things we have in this area. And that's why I really want, what I want, market doesn't care, but that I really want to reach this area and they get big short on the USD. So let's speak again about this ABC here, because what I was looking at over the weekend is how strongly, very, 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 very strongly we have been reacting since July, all the months of July and August until now. Look how this big 2360 support here has been working like a hell. So that is not random. There is a reason for that. And that's why, after looking the chart over the weekend, I really still stay in my view to see this level there. Unless we would have another close under this 2360 and we would break this one, but it's not done yet. We could even still spike under it, as we did here in many occasions, but you see how the close of those weekly candles, and they are so important, of those close has been respecting very, very nicely this one. So we could, as I said on Friday, we could from here bounce, and in several moves, of course, we could bounce up there, which is in perfect alignment with my S&P view, where we should go lower, and I still look for that. We will look at it later in another video. So this is very important, and that's why I stay long Euro USD. We have this one I will show you later. We have this black here, which stopped the price at 93.76. And you see how we have this confluence there with the 61.8 and the 23.60, the 61.8 of this move up and the 23.60 of this move down. But the one that has been really respected lately is this 23.60, really perfectly to the pip. So I like that move up we have here. I like this this 2360 fib we have there that is holding the price, and I still look for an upside move on the DXY before we resume lower after that. If we look at the Euro USD, I posted this chart on Friday. We stopped perfectly to the pip, really to the pip, at this 119.087 level, where I get short Euro USD here again, and some other USD instrument, because this stop here is not only because that's a big support or resistance, especially with the very strong NFP data we had on Friday. If we look at the data of the Friday data, I will put it here inside the chart just to remember. We had a big miss on the NFP. Even if, on the other hand, the unemployment rate was in line, but the other thing which is very important, and many do not look a lot at this one, but the average hourly is twice what was expected. Anyway, I was thinking even on Friday, we should have had a much deeper move on the USD and a much bigger follow through than what we had. And what happened on Friday, and that's why I was surprised, not surprised, but I was happy, I would say, to see that we stopped there, that we respected to the pip this 38.2 fib, which is the 38.2 of the move down we have there. If you measure this move down, this swing down from the trend line, you will see we stop right on this 38.2. So for now, we posted a higher low. We stop on the 38.2 to the pip, and we didn't saw a big deep move, which we could have expected to see a break and to see it going much lower, probably up to this bottom of the ABC. But it didn't happen, and that's another thing that is suggesting there is a reason for that, why we didn't break through, and why even on the close we came back near more than half of the candle, and on the open on Sunday, and since the open on Sunday we are up. We can go a little bit down and come back higher. As I said, I will buy all the dips till we keep this structure intact. That is what we have here too with the DXY. So it's important to follow that on a little bit bigger time frame with a clean chart. Keep in mind this area is still the one we are looking at, and it's even starting at 93.87 or something like that, 93.97, which is here. And we will have a pullback from there, but starting here, and they are a lot stronger, we will get short and short all the time on the USD. That's what I'm looking at. Concerning the S&P 500, which is one of the trade I'm really looking at for now. Let me pull the chart here. Where is my chart? Okay. Concerning this one, we have, here it is. Okay, I have so many charts all around. So concerning this one, we have this big level that we have been calling on starting last week with the 1-to-1 extension, and we call this level, let me put it here, we call this level at 4,552, and you saw how precisely we went inside this level. This level has been called since last weeks, I think since last days to be more precise. Let me change the chart, we can look at that one. And it's exactly the same, but it's a little bit more detailed and precise. So we have this big ABC, that is what I measured, and I got this level there. It's not magical, but that's what we had. So we have been working inside those two ABCs. One is in blue here, one is in dark. So those levels are very important, especially the 4,552. I expect we respect this level, and then we will go back to the 78.6 or deeper to the 61.8. That would be the target, 4,440 or 4,355. So that's what I'm looking at. You see how we have been respecting them very nicely since we have been calling those levels. The first one was here at 4,544. We stopped there let me take off this thing. We stopped there to the pip, really to the pip. Then we had some, we took some profit here. We took again some profit here. And then on the spike of the NFP, we went up. We didn't really touch it, but we stopped really like $1, $1.5 USD from the target. So it's not far away. We could even see another touch there. We have this trend line and this 4-36 extension there that I'm looking at too. So we could have a spike, a crazy spike up there, but on the close basis, we will close under this level, I'm pretty sure, every day this week. So that's what I'm looking at on the S&P 500, and this move down would be completely aligning with the DXY we are looking at move up that would go up to there. And if really S&P 500 would drop more, that would create a lot of liquidity in USD on the market, and that would push the DXY, that would give DXY a big acceleration. And in this case, we can look at any of those levels deeper here. You have all of them. Those levels will be very important. You see how well the 38.2 has been respected to the pip here. You see how the 61.8, when we did the long call on the 8th of August, around the 8th of August, we did a long call here. You see how it has been respecting the 61.8 to the pip again. So 61.8, 50% has been working very nicely. 38.2, same thing. So each of those things will give a reaction on the price. I'm not saying we will bounce from each of them, but even if we go low, like this one, we will bounce probably and then go to that one, unless we have a big acceleration. And this acceleration, if it happens, would happen, I think, tomorrow. Tomorrow, between tonight Asian close and tomorrow New York close. So that's what I'm looking at here on the S&P 500. So I think the story is clean there. If we have a small look on the USDCAD, because we have been trading the USDCAD nicely lately. Last week we called a long, we went up, we called other long from this 38.2 level here, and we have this big channel that we broke inside last week a little bit with the sorry, with the NFP data. So it's this big channel we have here. So if we take this channel and if we consider it as valid, we went a little bit inside, but that's normal for USDCAD. USDCAD is a wild animal. So now we stop on this 50% fib when we had DXY on the level we said, the 38.2 fib, where we stop on Friday. That's the same story. We were blocked a little bit under this channel, and now we came back out of this channel. And now we could completely, if DXY is doing what I expect, we could completely run to a higher high, of course, break this high and go to this monthly bottom here. We have a big bottom here, and as soon as we would break above the 38.2, we would have the highest target here at 134.35. That could be something coherent with double top in this area. Let's put it on a smaller time frame. It will be easier to look at it. So if we would break again the 38.2, probably bounce back from it, then we would have a target between this monthly order block here and this 223.60, 21.40 fib. That's the idea on the USDCAD. So I'm staying long USDCAD as soon as I can, as I am short Euro USD as soon as I can, according to all the DXY level and the ABCs we have been speaking about, and that you can see again here, this one and that one. Last of all, about these ABCs, when this will be over, when this move will be over after this leg down that we saw. If you look at it on a monthly or a quarterly basis, it's really going down like this. It's better to look at this with a high Kanachi candle. It's much cleaner. You see one leg down on monthly ABC. So when this ABC would be over, and if we really get to this level we have there, which would be the top of this correction, A, B, and then we would go for much deeper. And that gives us this projection. So we take that one, I unlock it, and let's put it more or less in this area. It can be there or here, but let's say in between this area. And if we look at this ABC, we would have the target of the DXY, the first important target at 86.21 in the 86 area. And you see we have a lot of support and resistances there. If we look on regular candle, it will be, sorry, I moved it. If we look on regular candle, it will be a little bit cleaner. And we would have the one-to-one extension around 81. I need to put it a little bit better because I moved it. Let me put it nicer here. Okay, we take the lows there. It is here, and we consider we would have the top here. So lock it. That would be the targets we would have on the DXY when we would break and when we would go for the second leg. First leg down, correction with the inside ABC, that's what we are looking at, and then we would have this move lower. If I'm wrong, in this case, this ABC would not stop here, but would stop there, and we would have different targets. But for now, I stay on that idea of this ABC that should land in this area. But that will be after we have the confirmation where is the top of this inside leg of the first leg. So 1, 2, and 3.